What's good, everyone? It's the one and only NY Phenom. If you guys enjoy NFL, NBA content, want to see some more gaming content soon, give this video a like. And if you're new, go and subscribe to the channel while you get it. Now let's get into this video. Man, what a crazy day. What a crazy day. Where should I start off at? Let's start off with this. Clowney is a Seahawk. The video that I made earlier came in fruition. Clowney is a Seahawk. And I love it. I love it. All summer since we traded Frank Clark, right? And by the way, excuse the background music. I am at work, but I had to get this video off, so that's why you hear some of this whack ass music in the background. Hopefully whatever instrumental I use for this video floods what's going on at work. But anyway, beside the point, I love it. All summer I've been shitting on the Seahawks defensive line, and reasonably, because it's been bad ever since we moved on from Frank Clark. Jaron Reed got hit with a 6-game suspension, and he still got served that 6-game suspension. Zeke Ansah was supposed to be injured for the first month of the season, but it looks like he healed up quick. He healed up quick, and he could possibly be ready for week 1 this upcoming for next Sunday. So, just starting off with that, this Seahawks front seven turned from whatever to pretty much elite, especially when everybody's fully healthy. Especially when Jaron Reed is back, right? Especially when Zeke Ansah gets 100%. And look, guess what? We only moved the third round pick. Which third round picks, they're valuable. They're valuable. We moved on from Mingo and Martin, right? Some role players at the linebacking core. But the thing is, because a lot of people have been saying that Clowney might leave because it's only for 1 year, and we can't give him an extension before or during the season. So it could be a possibility that he leaves us after the season. But guess what? We gotta take that shot. Plus, if he does leave, we actually keep the third round pick. So this is a great move no matter what. Like I said, the Texans, which you want to speak about a little bit more, because they've been making a lot of moves today. But it's wild. It's wild in Houston right now. But overall, Seahawks, I love it. And you know what? I do have the Seahawks finishing at 8-8. But after all of this, I would not be surprised if we're back in the playoffs again. I wouldn't be shocked. This team is looking good. It's looking really good. And you know what? There was a star linebacker who got traded around this same time last year to a team. And that team went on to win the division, win 12 games, and make it to the playoffs. That would be the Bears and Khalil Mack. Jadeveon Clowney is a superstar himself. Might not be Khalil Mack, but he's a superstar. And he's going to play huge, man. I love it. For most of the season, he's going to be lined up against Zeke and Ansah. He's going to be more on the defensive line and the 4-man front, because you got to remember, Jadeveon Clowney, he played more like a linebacker because the Texans were running a 3-4 defense, so he was playing like an outside linebacker. Now he'd be lined up on the opposite side of mostly a Zeke and Ansah, maybe in the beginning of the season more Rasheem Green, but I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. We'll see how this plays out in the beginning of the season, but later in the season, I'm going to love it. Once everybody's fully healthy, it's going to be amazing. But let's get to some of the other topics that happened today, because so much happened today with all the cuts, all the trades. Let's go to the Bills with LaShawn McCoy. Was I shocked that LaShawn McCoy got released by the Bills? Not really, because we know about Devin Singletary, about how the Bills were raving about Devin Singletary, how he can make a huge impact by week 1. and they projected him to be the full-on starter. I'm not really shocked. Frank Gore was on the team. It was pretty much were they going to keep Frank Gore or LaShawn McCoy. What with Frank Gore? And what this means for LaShawn McCoy, where does he go next? Of course, LaShawn McCoy is not what he was 5-6 years ago, but this guy's still a pretty good running back. I mean, he could start for most of the teams, Texans. I mean, the Texans are making all types of moves. I wouldn't be shocked if they make a move for LaShawn McCoy, right? The Eagles, a return to Philadelphia would make some sense. So, we'll see how that plays out. But interesting, kind of shocking, but not really due to the running back situation in Buffalo. And I believe they still had TJ Yeldon on the squad. So, it was kind of a crowded backfield in Buffalo. So, we'll see how this plays out for LaShawn McCoy. On to the Patriots. Yes, Demaryius Thomas has been cut by the New England Patriots. That is super shocking. Now, that shocked me. I don't get why. I'm kind of mad because I made a video about how, a few days ago, it could have been a week now, but, recently I made a video about the New England Patriots saying that they had the best receiving core in the NFL. But hell, removing Demaryius Thomas from the team doesn't help the case. And the thing is, Demaryius Thomas was balling out week 4 in the preseason. The last preseason game had 2 touchdowns. He was balling. He was showing that he's still a talented receiver. And you telling me that the Patriots just going to release him? Come on now, that's an L. That's an L. I don't get why they would do that. Plus, with N'Keal Harry injured, I'm not sure if he's going to be ready by week 1. And even if he is, do you really want to rush him out there to be your primary outside receiver? I mean, you still got Philip Dorsett, who's a deep threat outside receiver, but Demaryius Thomas is a monster, man. I don't get why you just get rid of him. What the fuck, Belichick? For real. But, one thing I did see when I was reading up on it, it said that the Patriots are still interested. The Demaryius Thomas camp and the Patriots organization are still interested on agreeing on terms to play for this upcoming season, to have Demaryius Thomas back in the squad in New England. Hopefully, Demaryius Thomas just resigns with the New England Patriots. It just makes the most sense. The Patriots could use him. I mean, especially with Josh Gordon. This is my thing, man. We all know Josh Gordon is a monster. He's a beast. He's a number 1 receiver. But, as much as I believe in Josh Gordon, that he will stay drug-free, because I think Josh Gordon, we're going to see the most focused Josh Gordon that we've seen. I think he's going to be drug-free, and he's just going to play ball. But, as much as I believe that, you still got to have a backup plan at that outside receiver spot. So I would keep Demaryius Thomas. By the way, they released another slot receiver called Berrios. He was supposed to be a young slot receiver. He got cut. So, that was interesting. But overall, it just doesn't make sense for the Patriots just to release Demaryius Thomas. Just resign. For real. Just resign. Yeah, that's interesting. What else has happened? Oh, yeah, we got to speak about the Dolphins. Dolphins made some moves. And the Texans. A big trade. Laramie Tunsil, Kenny Stills get moved to the Houston Texans. They get moved to the Houston Texans. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and get the trade details because, like I said, I'm at work, so I didn't really get to check the full trade details. But I peeped that Laramie Tunsil got traded. Let me get to the trade details. That's wild. My thing is the Dolphins, there's full rebuild mode. My predictions are going to be off for the Dolphins. I don't even think they're going to win 4 games. I either win in 4 games And I was being pretty generous just because Brian Flores, he feels like a coach that can motivate his team to play better than what they actually are. But you know what? This team is in full rebuild mode. And you know, I just don't see this team winning a game. I mean, for real. I don't see this team winning a game. This is one of the least talented teams I've seen in professional sports. I mean, I'm just being honest. This is one of the worst teams I've seen in professional sports. Yeah, so the Dolphins did receive 2 first-rounders and a second round from Houston while they trade Laramie Tunsil and Kenny Stills. This is interesting. You know, look, for the Dolphins side, I've been saying it all the time, they're rebuilding. This is going to be a terrible year for Miami. Who knows? Maybe Ryan Fitzpatrick gets in his magic bag and makes some things work early in the season, because you know we've seen it all the time. But you know what? This team is some trash, it's some shit. And you know what? I just don't see any success in this team at all. It's bad. It's that bad. So, you know, that's that. It's funny because now the Dolphins probably the worst offensive line. I mean, God, who they have on the offensive line? This is my thing. You bring in a Josh Rosen. This is why I don't believe they believe in Josh Rosen. First of all, he's not the starter by week 1. He's not starting this going into the season. That would be Ryan Fitzpatrick. And second, they're not even building an offensive line. Like, both of these quarterbacks are going to get killed. Right? So, you know, whatever that means. On to Houston. What this means for Houston, they are in win now mode. They're in panic mode. They're in panic mode. They're trying to get they bring Laramie Tunsil to play, I guess, opposite of that new rookie, Titus Howard. They bring Kenny Stills to have another receiving option, because God knows it was Hopkins or bust. I mean, I know some people are big on Fuller, but like I said, he's coming straight off a torn ACL, and he's a deep threat. So deep threats for a lot of athleticism, and him coming off a torn ACL kind of worried me for him to have an impact this year. Kenny Stills has shown in the past that he's a proven receiver, proven solid receiver, and I guess it was. I guess that drama between Kenny Stills and the coach was surreal. He moved him out of here, man. You know, I don't really want to get into politics that much, because we can go on a whole different level when it comes to that. But, you know, overall, I guess it's a good move for the Texans. I mean, it's panic mode because they're moving 2 first-rounders and a second round, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm still worried about this offensive line. Yeah, Laramie Tunsil, he only gave up 1 sack last year. He's proven that he's a really good tackle, but it's gonna take more than 1 tackle to save this team. I mean, the offensive line is still not looking good, right? But hey, little by little, do what you gotta do. But I'm still not optimistic on the Texans. The Texans also, they traded for Carlos Hyde. I like that move because Duke Johnson wasn't going to be the number 1 running back. Trust me, man. Duke Johnson is not the type of running back that you hand the ball off to 20 or 25 times a game. I mean, that's just not his game. Duke Johnson is naturally a spellback, and, you know, that's what they're bringing him over for. And I guess that's another receiving option. While I'm talking about receiving options, Hopkins, Stills, Fuller, Duke Johnson, because you know he can catch the ball at the backfield and line up as a receiver at times. And I guess Kiki Kute, when he gets fully healthy. Maybe the Texans have some options at the receiving game. Carlos Hyde, I'm not sure why the Chiefs gave him up. I mean, I know they're big on Damian Williams to be their all-around 3-down back, but you know, you gotta have some backup plans, and Carlos Hyde has proven that he's a good power back, so whatever. But you know, that's just my thoughts. Good moves. The Jayon Clowney, you know, I spoke about it as a Seahawks fan, but you know, like the Texans, I mean, you could have got offensive linemen, but You got offensive linemen from the Dolphins and Larry Tunsil, so I guess it's not that bad. But overall, man, today was just wild. So many moves, so many cuts. My Seahawks only have one quarterback at this moment. It's Wilson. Wilson's the only quarterback on our team. That's crazy. We cut Paxton Lynch and we cut Geno Smith. Like, I know we gotta shed some salary cap, but I mean, damn, can we have more than one quarterback? I mean, God forbid that Russell Wilson gets injured, but if it happens, I mean, Michael Dixon can't be our quarterback. Like, what are we going to do? We're going to move him from punter to quarterback? I mean, what the hell, man? But, that's that. Today was just wild, man. Today is wild. I mean, all day, even through work. I was checking my phone, making sure everything, man, all the alerts, man. So many cuts, right? I'm just trying to think of any more crazy cuts that I can off the top of my head. Oh yeah, David Andrews, the starting center for the Patriots. He's going to be out for this season due to blood clots. Of course, that sucks for the Patriots side, and you got to feel for David Andrews' his health concern, man. Take football out of it. You just want to feel hope as a person, man. Just as a person overall, that David Andrews, he just recovers. But of course, that sucks for the Patriots. That's a big reason why they've been trading for offensive linemen throughout this week. But on a serious note, get healthy, David Andrews. And yeah, that's going to hurt the Patriots for real. That's going to hurt the Patriots for real. Maybe they make a move for a center. They've been making, like I said, they've been making moves all week for offensive linemen. So we'll see how that plays out, but that sucks for the Patriots. Really no more notable cuts I can think of. Yeah, but that was wild. Oh yeah, the Browns. The guy the homeless guy that made it all the way to the NFL? Shishi Aguse, I can't even pronounce it. I'm not gonna try to do it. He surprisingly got cut. It was everybody's favorite story that he would make it to the NFL, but he came so close. And he still has time to make it with other teams. I mean, he'll have time throughout the week. I mean, he had a great showing. Now, the last game of preseason, he did fumble the ball, and while he was returning punts, so maybe that was one of the reasons why. A big reason why they moved on from him, but great story. Didn't fall all the way through, but we had different opportunities to make different teams, so no worries. Yeah, but that's it. What a wild day, man. What a wild day. I can't wait for the NFL season. I'm soon gonna drop my NFC playoff prediction soon. Then my Super Bowl prediction. And then we're gonna get to ranking all positions. And then it's gonna be ready to cover week by week of the regular season. So man, things are lit. Every team knows their 53-man roster now. And I'm ready, man. I'm ready to get things going, man. Comment how you guys feel, man. This was a wild day. I mean, everybody's been talking about college football today, college football that, college football this. Who gives a hot damn, man? It's NFL season. That's what we care about. And it was a wild day for the NFL. So yeah, man. Comment how you guys feel about today. Was there any other notable moves that you thought were shocking and were interesting? Comment that down below. But that's it, man. If you guys enjoy NFL, NBA content, want to see some more gaming content soon, give this video a like. If you're new, want to subscribe to the channel while you got it. I'm the phenomenal one, and I'm out. Deuces.